New Hampshire residents, officials, veterans have been asking for a full-service hospital here in New Hampshire. We're the only state in the lower 48 that doesn't have one. You formally requested one, Congressman, in 2012. Why isn't this moving forward?
Well, it's disappointing that we're the only state that does not have a full-service VA. At this point, I think that there are better alternatives than solely a full-service VA. We have seen at the federal level that the VA has not been capable of providing quality care to our veterans. We saw just last year $142 million in bonuses that were given out, despite the fact that there was no legislative action allowing that to happen. So what have I done? I filed legislation to stop that $142 million from ever happening again. Secondly, I, with Ann Kuster, filed the legislation on the Veterans Choice Card, which makes it permanent, fully funds it, and we are working currently with the Manchester VA to actually get rid of the backlog, add a number of physicians that are accessible to the people who go there. But the bottom line is every single veteran who lives in the state of New Hampshire should have just as good of quality care as the President of the United States. You should be able to go to any hospital of your choice, whether it's the VA hospital or whether it's a hospital in your hometown, and we'll make sure that happens.
Mr. Asher, do we need a full-service hospital, or is it a better option to let veterans go
I
wherever
absolutely
they can?
think there are better options. Given the state of this system, which is failing our veterans, I would not expand it without fixing the system first. What we need to do for our veterans, and it's shameless that we haven't solved this problem, what we need to do for them is ensure that they have access to quality care when they need it without a wait. We can do that now. How can we do that? We've got incredible facilities right nearby that can serve our veterans who are very anxious to solve these problems for them, but they can't because of the thicket of regulations that stand between the healthcare providers and the veterans who need it. I spent many years on the board at Catholic Medical Center, and I can tell you they would be more than happy to service our veterans if the system would allow it. The Veterans Choice Card is an exception. It is not the system, and it's still not working. The Veterans Choice Card should be the answer. It should be the default. Veterans should be able to go where they want, when they need. That's the sort of system I would work for.